Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, Wall Street is up strongly today, especially tech stocks. Benchmark bond yields have retreated. Meanwhile, the US trade balance in goods came in lower than markets were expecting for March at $68 billion, 10% lower than for February. However, it was slightly higher than for March 2017. And March American durable goods orders grew more than market expectations, but not as fast as for February, so this is a slight slowdown in growth. However, new orders for American-made capital goods actually fell in March, weighed down by the biggest decline in demand for machinery in nearly 2 years, and a drop in shipments confirmed the view that business spending pulled back in the March quarter. For households, updated data shows their home ownership rate unchanged at 64.2%, New Zealand's at 62.7%, but the average rent in the US jumped to $954 a month, one of the largest rises on record. And north in Toronto, Canada, the number of homes sold to foreign buyers has dropped steadily over the years since the province introduced a 15% tax on such purchases, falling from 7.2% of sales in May 2017 to 2.5% over the last 3-month period to February. The average price of a home in Greater Toronto was more than $920,000 in April, but by March of this year had fallen to around $785,000, a decline of more than 14%, and that was driven by plummeting sales volumes. In Frankfurt, the ECB has reviewed its monetary policy positions and in the end decided to leave all its QE arrangements in place unchanged. It says it wants to be sure the upturn in the European economy is for real. In China, a Ministry of Commerce spokesman said China is ready to hit back at the US if the Americans start imposing investment restrictions on their companies. And this comes as signs of a mild slowdown appear in the Chinese economy. And we should also note that HNA is now expected to sell the tip trailer services division that was trying to buy UDC. It is a business that HNA purchased from GE, but it now needs to sell it to pay down growing debts. An American private equity firm is expected to be the purchaser. The US Treasury 10-year yield has slipped. It is now under 3% at 2.99%. That's a 4 basis points drop. However, the Chinese 10-year is higher at 3.64%, up 2 basis points, and the New Zealand equivalent is at 2.95, up 4 basis points. Gold is at $1,317 an ounce, and that's down $4. Oil prices are a little higher today, now just over $68 a barrel, while the Brent benchmark is just under $75 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is unchanged this morning at its lower level of 70.7 US cents. On the cross rates, we're pretty much unchanged as well at 93.5 Aussie cents and 58.4 euro cents. That puts the TWI at 72.8. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.